Hello YouTube model railroading fans. I'm Hans Velo and this is how I build my N-scale railroad. This past weekend we met up in Scranton, Pennsylvania at Steamtown. Everybody had a lot of fun. I've made a few short clips of it. We had a ride on a Baldwin, some nice Pullman coaches, and then we took a ride on a trolley. One of the first electric trolleys is 93 years old. In the evening, we had dinner on a 1949 Pullman. And then, after that, we went to the Hudson Railroad Club. I've made a lot of short clips with my phone here, so I apologize for the steadiness of the picture and the shortness of the clips. Please sit back and enjoy this.
Mile-long tunnel under the city of Scranton. I think it costs around $8. If you want to do that, you can purchase tickets back there at the Trolley Museum. I highly encourage you taking it while you're here today. Baldwin number 2060 locomotive will be getting pulled out of the roundhouse soon. They hook up to some coaches and do what's called a limited run. It takes you from the yard here up to the University of Scranton and back. That's a $5 ticket for that. The whole facility we have access to, except for the back maintenance area. They do guided tours, I think twice today. We can find out the times of those. But everything else, the yard, the building, there's a feeder, museum, the stationary equipment, everything is all total access to us. Take pictures, have a good time. 6:30 is going to be the Hudson Model Railroad Club we're going to tonight. 6:30 p.m. It's down in Plains Township, about 20-25 minutes from here. If anyone plans on coming and doesn't know where it's at or needs more details, just come find myself or Sparky and we'll get you the information that you need. But other than that, hope you guys have a good time today.
And any tickets that you guys want to get for Steamtown, that's over there. Tickets for the trolley, that's behind us. So it's two different places run by two different organizations. So.
built. There were 25 of them built. 1941, up in upstate New York. There were only 8 left in existence. Okay, there is one now that was under refurbishment for many years. It is now in operation as of the last couple of months out in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Now, this locomotive really only operated for a short period of time between Utah, Colorado, and that specific area. Okay. Now, fully loaded, and by that I mean with coal and water, that engine weighs 1.2 million pounds, and it could pull a line of freight cars up to 1 mile in length. Okay? But that engine could not be used in this part of the country, the eastern United States. Does anyone want to venture a guess why? This car that you're in, you have a question? What's your question? By the way, what's your name? This is Mason, everyone. And where are you from? Pennsylvania? Whereabouts? Nesquehoning. Okay, so you're down in Luzerne County, right? Yeah. Schuylkill? Oh, Schuylkill County. Yeah, you're further. Okay. I don't know my geography. So what's your question? Well, it stopped for a reason, okay? You one foot right in between, and you see that house now with the Tudor style house? That's the George Catlin house right there. Right there, that is the cousin of the other. It's not around like these.
Yeah, you know, when you're from West Virginia, I had some people I worked with, they lived there. They got these from the mine. They got this the mine run coal. Lots of that was in there.
We're going on a 10-mile round trip, and along the way we'll just point out a few of the interesting things you will see. There's an old abandoned coal mine we're going to go by. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's a big part of our history here in this region. A beautiful 3-story waterfall called the Step Falls. It's in the gorge area of Scranton. A mile-long tunnel. That's the feature of the trip. I hope everybody likes tunnels. And 2.5 miles of woods to a destination. We'll stop at our restoration shop. That's in left field of the baseball stadium. So when we get there, we're going to invite everybody inside for a couple minutes to show you some trolley cars and a few exhibits that we have up there. Now, the car you're riding on this afternoon is 93 years old. Built back in 1926. It ran in Philadelphia, western suburbs of the city. And it's a very unusual car because you load right in the center. It's called a center door loading car. Always require 2 men. A motorman who operates the car, and a conductor. Our motorman is at this end, and this is the front of the car. That's John up there waving. And when we return, he'll be at that end of the car. So on a trolley car, the back becomes the front, and the front the back. It all depends on what direction you're going. And they're double-ended cars, so they're actually identical on each end. John will simply flip the seats later when he comes through. The back of the seat is hinged. And just this part is actually a little handle, and just flips over like that. And of course, everybody's sitting sideways. Your seats are stationary, so they don't move. This car ran up to 1977 in service in Philadelphia. It was saved by the Buckingham Valley Trolley Association, a bunch of men that love trolley cars. And this collection was donated to us here in Scranton. So that's why we have Philadelphia cars, in case you're wondering. The job of the conductor on this car is to work these center doors. He would collect the fares. This is a control stand just to open and close these doors. He would punch your tickets and ring them up on the fare register box, just like I did with all of you. When you wanted to get off the car, you simply told the conductor, and then he would signal the motorman through a series of bells. And that's what these 2 ropes are for. There's a bell in the compartment John's in. There's a bell in that compartment. And it's very simple. 2 bells is ahead, 1 bell is to stop, and 3 is to take it in reverse. And when you did want to get off, you simply told the conductor, and he would signal the motorman stop for the next stop. This car is also unique because you can run it as a train. It has couplers on each end. And in Philadelphia, many, many times, especially during rush hour, they would hook 2 and 3 of these cars together.
And one of them's from Bar Medicine, makes a really good stuff. Not necessarily easy to put together because they're very detailed. And to get decent scale shipping, the ships are very difficult to find. There's a few.
So I hope you enjoyed those short clips. I'm sure you've recognized some of the people on there from some of the YouTube channels. And here's wishing you happy modeling again. So long.